Now, a Bristol student has defied the odds to gain an MA in photography while living with a life-limiting condition. Ciarra Hillier has the respiratory condition cystic fibrosis. And thanks to a new drug, she's winning the battle against the chronic illness and fulfilling her dreams. Julia Causton has been to see her setting up for an exhibition of her work.
It's called Breathing Space, which in itself is telling of a respiratory condition, which is what cystic fibrosis is.
A moment Ciarra never thought she would see.
It's been somewhat of a journey to get here, but the final product, I'm delighted.
The 30-year-old Bristolian was diagnosed with cystic fibrosis at just 5 days old. Her experiences were her inspiration for her master's degree project.
It isn't necessarily specifically about CF when you look at it. Yes, my experience was the catalyst, but I think it represents a lot more and just the landscape of chronic health.
Getting to this stage wasn't easy.
I take a cocktail of drugs every day. I have countless hospital appointments, and I will do for the rest of my life. But medicine and treatments, it's all changing, and I'm very lucky that in the last few years I've been on a new drug for cystic fibrosis care, and it's transformed my life.
The scene is set for everyone to see Ciarra's work, a passion that's grown into much more.
Whenever I go to the hospital, I always take my camera. I've always been the friend who carries the camera. Photography is what I love to do. It was a hobby, now it's a profession. And I think after COVID, I realised I wanted to do something more with it, which is why I decided to study for the Masters.
As well as a chance to pursue her dream, advances in medicine have also helped Ciarra defy predictions her life may be cruelly cut short.
For a long time, life expectancy was a real dark cloud over me. But now, mortality and everything, it doesn't enter my thoughts on a day-to-day basis anymore.
For those who have watched Ciarra develop as a photographer, this is a proud moment.
The work is so subtle and it's so heartfelt, and she finds beauty in very unlikely places, in hospital waiting rooms and in extraordinary circumstances, and I think that's magnificent.
Ciarra is still working out her next move.
It makes me a little bit nervous sometimes because I don't know what's next, but I've toyed with the idea of maybe studying for a PhD, which would be fantastic, or I might end up having 10 or 12 dogs at home because I love dogs, and I've got my 2 little ones at home.
There's a possibility of a book. But whatever the future holds, Ciarra's looking forward to exceeding everyone's expectations. Julia Causton, BBC Points West, Bristol.
Oh, some great shots there. And Ciarra's work is on display as part of UWE's degree show, along with more than 1,000 other graduates from tomorrow until June the 15th.